Now, hemp used to be considered a Scheduled I controlled substance, putting it in the same category as heroin and ecstasy. But when Congress passed the Farm Bill last year, it removed that designation. That's legalized the commercial use of industrial hemp. Cronkite News reporter Imani joins us live now with more on what this means for Arizona farmers. Imani?
Arizona lawmakers also passed a bill this year that allows farmers to grow hemp. Now, Arizona's Department of Agriculture is developing the regulations. But there's a farmer in Casa Grande who has some concerns about planting hemp.
As a farmer, you're always looking for something different to grow.
A third-generation farmer, Paul Allerton, owner of Tierra Verde Farms, is considering using some of his land to grow industrial hemp.
You can utilize the whole plant. You know, either fiber or whatever, protein powders, oil. It's just amazing.
Industrial hemp is in everything from clothing to paper to car parts.
The farmer's another crop that they can be able to grow, rotate in, because you can't grow the same crop over and over and over.
Republican Senator Sonny Borelli has long championed the benefits of industrial hemp. This year, his legislation to allow farmers to grow hemp ahead of planting season in August made it to the governor's desk and is now law.
Trying to move as government moving as fast as business, and I think this is a great example of how things should be done.
Farmers have to go through the Arizona Department of Agriculture to apply for a license to grow hemp.
It's one of the things that's why this is going to be heavily regulated, because you have to go through a permitting processing and have a license, because this is going to grow on a more industrial scale. It's not just going to be done in your backyard.
But there are concerns.
I think the major hurdles with this program is a lot of the unknowns.
The unknown has Farmer Allerton worried.
We don't know everything about farming. Every year's different. You've got weather, insect issues, too much rain, too hot, too cold, too windy. You name it. There's just all kinds of environmental factors. I think the biggest concern I have is really the THC levels.
According to the Arizona Department of Agriculture, the law states that industrial hemp must be below 0.3% of THC.
If you go over 0.3% and you can't get it back down to that level, then it becomes a crop destruct situation because it's considered cannabis. You've put all this money into it and you've grown it, and 120, 150 days later, you've got to destroy it because you can't get the THC levels to where they need to be for it to become hemp or remain as hemp.
When we spoke to Allerton in February, he just finished harvesting his 38th cotton crop.
After you've been here for a few years, I mean, you grow some things and it doesn't work out so well.
Arizona is not the first state to allow farmers to grow hemp.
We looked at Colorado, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Kansas. So yeah, there's several states that we looked at their rule language to see what would best fit for this state.
Colorado-based Zave Pace has been involved with industrial hemp since 2012. He says there's an economic benefit in growing the crop from the ground up.
Many farmers who are growing more traditional commodities, things like wheat and rice and soy, corn, are making very little money, if any, on the sale of their product. So they may feel confident or feel excited if they end up earning $300, $400, $500 per acre when they sell their product, where a hemp farmer can make 10 times that amount.
Allerton planned to plant more acres, but recently told us that he's only going to plant around 2 to 5 acres.
It's like I tell everybody, be cautious and start with small acres and go from there. See what works for you on your farm.
Hemp is known as the cousin to marijuana, but there are some distinct differences. The THC concentration levels for hemp are low, while marijuana's levels are higher. Another distinction is that there are no psychoactive components involved with hemp, but there are with marijuana. Live in the studio, Imani, Cronkite News.